Today we're going to talk about some future firmware update that LUMIX have to bring to the LUMIX S5 Mark II X and the 2, hope so. So, the first one is the Enchant AF that they have in the G9 Mark II, which it means it has a better AF and it has all of this new tracking system that they have with the automobile, motorcycle, animal detection, and this new boxy thing that the animals has on their eyes, and it works amazingly for what we saw in the G9 too. And I hope they actually bring that boxy for people too, instead of that cross, because sometimes it can just be annoying to see it if you just want to check quickly. When if you have this box, you can just see directly the box and quickly. So I really hope they're gonna bring this features that they have in the G92 into the S lineup of the newest cameras at least. So that's what I hope for the first one. The second one is a better AF in low light. So what I mean is that cameras are not biased. Like they don't see a black person from a white person and so on. But one thing that I noticed, unfortunately, cannot show it in this specific moment because they were in another video and I cannot show that video yet. The AF on BIPOC people, it's weird in low light. Like I can film a Caucasian person and it's quite, it will stay locked on them for a while in low light. But then when you switch to a BIPOC person or a person of color, the AF kind of struggles a little bit more. Most probably, as I said, cameras are not biased, though they don't really have a bias. It doesn't matter your skin color or blah, blah, blah. But the reflection of the light, of course, on a skin matters sometimes for cameras, especially because this camera is still based on kind of AF and hybrid, so there is kind of a contrast going on, and then there is kind of electronics of the AF going on there. So there is a lot of things going on behind the shell of that camera. So I hope they will kind of way they will bring maybe the new firmware update and shine that AF. They will kind of tweak a little bit that. It's something that I found there during a documentary I'm working on, and I just wanted to share. Is nothing bad. It's nothing racial. I'm not calling LUMIX racist or anything. It's just something that I noticed, and I thought that it would be good to just share it out there. And hey, test it out yourself. It would be good to just have someone down there say, hey, no, for me it works great. So probably I did something wrong in the settings of the AF. Could be, but that's something I noticed, and that's something I wanted to share. And again, I'm not calling LUMIX racist or anything. So calm down, people, if that's what you're gonna think as first thought. Just putting my hands out there in front because I know how some people can react really strongly to this kind of things. So better be careful on what you say nowadays. And the last thing is the multiple exposure. So the S5 had many features that the S5 Mark II X is missing, or the S5 Mark II anyway is missing. And now slowly they are bringing them in, like the AF spot point that they just brought back, and some little other features that they just brought back. So now I guess they are going to work through that and bring back slowly some features from the S5 too. So this is one of the things that I hope they will bring back from the S5, which is the multiple exposure, where during pictures, so photography, it will kind of takes pictures in different exposures. So brighter exposure, mid exposure, and darker exposure, and then combine them to have kind of a high dynamic range picture. So you'll have a pretty good sky, a pretty good exposure on the skin, and a pretty good exposure on the scenery overall, because it's taking picture from each, let's say, yeah, this morning my words are like difficult to come out. I don't know why, but it's so difficult. But it basically takes picture from different exposures, combine them in one, and you have a beautiful image where everything is kind of properly exposed and beautiful, ready for you to just color grade them, post them, or however you want to do it. Wow, it's difficult this morning. Sometimes it's, yeah, it has been a tough period for me a little bit, and two kids, trying to grow this channel, personal work going on too. So to keep up with everything has been pretty tough. But hey, I'm doing this for all of us to grow as a community, to grow as a creator, and to leave kind of out of this one day and kind of give still a lot of time to all the things that I love to do. So thank you for your support. I hope you will continue supporting me. Thank you for the lot of loves and comments I have been receiving and the growth I have been receiving in these days. And I want to thank you all for being here. And I hope you will still keep following me. And if you're new, click the subscribe button, and let's get to 1,000 and 4,000 views so I can start being monetized and I can start being taken seriously from especially LUMIX, but from companies, so I can do a lot of this for you guys and share my honest opinion. So thank you for sticking here with me. Take good care of yourself, and I'm going to see you in the next one.